All right, so guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night in any part of the world you're listening from. In this tutorial, I want to quickly pull down what we've learned in our previous class, day 2, July 2023. Yeah, July 2023, day 2. Sorry, that should be July 23, sorry, July 23rd, 2024. Sorry for that error. We were taught the concept of Git and GitHub. So, and the take home is that a Git is a local repo or directory. Let's put it that way. Our Git is a local, okay, is a local directory. That's what we learned so far. So I want to permit me to use this. So, and the take home is that the GitHub, okay, the GitHub is actually is actually Remo. So we can also call this Remo. So it's actually open source. So Git is actually open source. GitHub is a website where we showcase our repo. Okay, so another take home is that we were taught about the line commands, and we know that, or let's say command line, okay, and we know that we are taught that the command line are the best used in Git, of course. And why do we need command line? We actually need it for history purposes. We also need it for online helps. We also need it for being consistencies and seeing the new features. Those are the things that we need the command line for. We still talk about the source control as well, and why do we need source control? Of course, it is a backup of every source we made. Okay, in our previous change, maybe we want to do some other changes and so on like that. Okay, and that's the reason why we need a source, source control. We can undo those code or go back to them. We can actually blame someone who tamper with that. Okay, and who actually needs source control? Of course, the programmers need it, the web developers and so on like that. In fact, we all need that source control. Okay, we also talk about why do we need Git? Why do we need Git? Of course, we need it because it's actually a distributed source, okay, source control system of what we actually required. Okay, is open source where we can share ideas, we can assist ourselves in code. All right, I think those are the take home precisely. Okay, and we were also taught something like the terminology, but it's not basically terminology, but I actually call it terminology. So I call it a Git terminology. I think to myself, that was what I began to. So we talk about the Git terminology. Okay, I actually want to put this in capital letter. Yeah, Git terminology. Terminology. Okay, all right. The key terminology, and what are the four terminology that we have? Because in our previous, I know that we could not actually finish that task, but we are able to clone. Okay, we are able to clone, but we are not able to clone our own repo. Okay, that is moving our own source code from the local directory to the remote, which is the GitHub. Okay, and this is very important because I later went back to the node and I discovered that is where we are still going to end up as a programmer. All right, so the first thing I just learned here, I know we actually have three stages, 3 stages, but later I discovered we had like 4. So 3 stages, okay, 3 stages of of Gits of Gits. Yes, we have 3 stages of Git, of course. So the last one is going to be for the GitHub, okay, which is the repo, okay. So the 3 stages are the first one. Remember, we are taught about. Let me use small letter here, or let me use letter here. Yeah, let me use this. We talk about the working area, okay. Of course, the working area. Working area. We talk about this, and of course, we know working area. We know. We can call it working area, or we call it working directory. Let's call it directory. Okay, I can shorten it like that. Then B, I think we have working area, working directory. Then we also have what we call the tagging areas. Tagging area. I can still remember. I don't know whether the tagging is still correct. It's double G. No, it should be single G. Then the third one. The third one, can I still remember? I think we talked about the repo directory. Yes, the repo directory, repository. Okay, when I say repo, so this is what I mean. Repository directory. Okay. We call it commit. We call it commit. Yes, we can call it commit to commit area. Let me put it in brackets. This is the reason why I want to call it. I say we can call it a commit area. It should be seen double ember commit area. Sorry, I don't know why I'm too fast. Okay, commit area. Yes, it's commit area because finally you want to copy the file. I mean, the source, okay, or the command line to the source code. Let me put it that way. The source code to what? To D, and which is finally the remote, and that's our GitHub. Okay, remote, and that's our what? GitHub. GitHub. Am I correct? I don't know. Okay, something like this. I don't know whether it's correct. Either it's GitHub or GitHub or whatever. So, forgive me. So these are the major 4 things that we actually want to do so far. Okay, and want to see from the beginning. Let's start from this angle. So these are the things we want to do. We want to move our file, okay, from the working directory to the tagging. And what do you understand by tagging? The tagging is just the area where you can still make some corrections. You can still go back to undo some file changes. Okay, we call this tagging. So maybe after you've worked, okay, you've done everything, finished with your coding, you still want to. So the process is still called the tagging area. So now, after the tagging area, okay, so the next thing is the commit area, which is your local repository, okay, and you want to take your local repository to where, your repository directory to where, to the remote, which is the online, which is on GitHub, and that's the take home of everything. So how do we go about this? First of foremost, let's come back to, yes, I don't want to save. So alright, sorry about this. We come back to okay, let's go to online first. So you go to this account, okay, go to GitHub, okay, github.com. So this is my own account, okay. So github.com, github, github.com. So finally you have something like this. Alright, so it takes you to this place. But if you are new, you need to register and follow the normal procedure, okay. All right, so I believe some of my colleagues have already registered. Okay, in the same class. So okay, so what we want to do here right now, you can see that I've already did one. So but then I want to, so you can see I've already cloned this. So I want to clone another one now. Okay, I clone this and I call it Introduction to Python. Okay, the next one I'm going to do now is Introduction to Python 2. So let me do it that way. So what's the take home here? The take home is that I was able to clone my local directory, okay, down to the remote here, okay, or we call it remote, okay, which is the GitHub. So I am able to link my works, okay, to GitHub. You understand? So that's the take home. So I want to do another one. So what I will do is I will first of all come and create file. Okay, so let's go ahead and create file. Okay, this is projects. Lauman, I'm trying to, okay, file, create new file. See under this, let me check. Create new file. No, it's not the kind of file I want to create. Sorry. Okay, so I have to come back home. Come back home. Okay, sorry, just trying to find something here very uncommon. Okay, so create. All right, so we click on this arrow. Sorry, because I actually changed the browser. So we click on this arrow plus arrow and we see this drop button. So we want to create what? New repo. Okay, we don't want to import, right? So we want to create new. So we create a new repo. So I click on that, and so remember, this is the owner, this is my account. So I want to label the repo's name. So I'm going to label this one Python, sorry, introduction, okay, to Python 2, okay. So let me put it that way. Then you want to give the description, okay. Earlier, this was the description. I said the source code here is to introduce you to how the beginner can start coding easily using Python. I can actually change it, okay. In this second phase, okay, so I can easily write. It's actually optional, okay. In this second phase, okay, it's guide you on how, okay, on how to start coding, okay, sorry, coding effectively, okay, with Python. Okay, just like, since we call it Python 2, okay. So here you want to put it on public and you want to put it on private. It's no problem if you put it on private, so no one can see it except those that share it, okay. Then admin, you want to check that box, and the next thing, okay, add gigabit more. No, not really. Let me leave it that way. I think I'm okay. So create. So you click on create repo, okay. Once you click on repo, so automatically you have this introduction to Python 2. All right, so good. Then the next thing you want to do, you want to quickly go back to your VS Code. All right. So once you go back to your VS Code, what is very important here is you want to actually hit on your terminal. If you are using Windows, okay, you have it's actually the same terminal, okay, but it's going to be different settings. So all right, so we come here and you click on, let's click on terminal. So as you can see terminal here, so I hit on my terminal and you click on new terminal, okay. All right, so okay, I'm still having, all right, still trying to open my terminal. Is this my terminal? Let me check my terminal. I want to use, make sure you use this split terminal. Okay, good. My terminal is open. All right. So once your terminal is open, the first thing you want to do, you actually want to check whether your terminal is connected to your directory. Okay. So you actually want to do that. So and what will you do? You are going to type pwd. You want to check. Okay. Okay, so very good. So it shows that the users is what is configured. So now the next thing you want to do is you want to type okay, you want to type mk directory. Am I correct? Direct, mk direct. Okay, then are we used to go? Am I on the same track? There's something I want to check here. Something I want to check. I want to check. I want to check. I want to check. Okay. MK directory. Permit me. Okay, so let's create this mk directory, then space projects. We want to create projects. Okay, then enter. Okay, cannot create. Okay, so definitely I've already created project file before, so just it will create the file, and you can see the prompts. Okay, shows that the file already exists. Okay, but you can change your own file. All right, so the file is already exist. So I want to quickly check something now. So what I will do is I will say cd, okay, and project. I want to check the project, cd projects. All right, so my terminal actually shows that the project exists. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, I want to quickly check back pwd. Okay, all right, so we see the project. Okay, so you can see that I have the C, okay, then users, then my usernames here, and the project which is created. So awesome. So what's the next thing you want to do? The next thing we want to do now, let's quickly check the version of the Git. So we say Git, all right, so we say version, and we hit enter. So it shows us the version is 2.45, okay, and it's on 2.4 Windows. Okay, now first of all we want to quickly register our email and our username. So the first one to say, once we say git, okay, space, we say config, okay, mean configuration, configs, okay, space, then space, and what is dash global. I want to be sure of what I'm doing. so that we don't make any mistakes. So space, and we say user, okay, dot name, okay, and we opened the brackets. Okay, for mine I use this and I close the brackets and I enter. Okay, fantastic. So the usernames is registered. So we want to register our email as well. So I hit again git. Okay, I'm trying to check the code. Git config, okay, then global, right, then I say user, you could remember name, oh sorry, email, okay, then space, going to give it that, or let me use, for the sake of this, my email. Just enter your email. Alright, so after that we hit enter. Then okay, so we actually input our email and our usernames. What's the next thing we actually want to do here? We can also ask the Git whether to, let's ask the Git to list it. So we say Git, okay, Git config, okay, that dash global, alright, that's global. We say okay, that's again list, something like that. We say enter. Okay, fantastic. So it's list our usernames and our email. Awesome. So what's the next thing we want to do now? We want to clone, right? So we want to clone we want to clone our repo, okay, back to our remote rather. So we say clone, but then we need to go back to, let's go to our website, okay. So on this we click on code here. Sometimes if you are using Mac, you are going to see this, you are going to see the options here, but you might, if you don't see the options here, just come to this place, then make sure you copy this HTTPS, okay, and copy this. Yes, I think I'm right. Copy this, and once you copy the, make sure you copy it for this particular file, okay. So you can see it's only readme that is here. Okay, so we move back to file. So we say clone because we want to clone, okay. We say clone. Okay, I omit something there. Command git, okay, clone. So for it to clone now, I actually want to paste that that address. So you paste the address, okay. You paste the address. I think there's something I need to do. I want to check something before cloning. Okay, so let's go. Okay, it's registered. So let's go. So I hit enter. Okay, fantastic. So we can see that it already cloned this, but then if the root emoting object is 3 done, this one is done. So what's the next thing we want to do now? Let's quickly check something. Okay. Okay, let's see else. So ls shows that, okay, introduction to Python, then Python 2. So we have two files there now. Introduction to Python, that's the first one, then /2, introduction to Python 2. So we are going to stick to 1, and what we're going to do now, we say that let me see cd. Okay. Yes, let's use this, the second one. Okay, we say cd then space. All right, so we now say introduction space cd introduction, I don't know, introduction, okay, to slash, we just type what is there, okay, to then Python 2. We actually want Python 2, not the first one. Okay, 2, then you put this, then you hit enter. What's going to happen? Okay, fantastic. It have registered that. Wow, that's awesome. So the next thing I want to do now, let's say ls check. So it's going to put, oh great, readme, correct, fantastic. So the next thing I want to do, you can see that the readme here, that is here, is actually the readme that read the file here, but that's not the all. Okay, you can see that readme.md there, this one. Okay, okay, you can see. So now let's move on. Let's move on. So let's quickly ask this status, git status. Interesting. So okay, all right, your branch is up to date with origin / main. Okay, fine, fantastic. And he also told us that the nothing to commit, so working is still strict clean, so we need to commit this file now. So our status is good, so let's move on. We're gonna say we are going to use this command. Let's use echo. Use echo, then let's create a file in that directory. Let's say a quick intro, quick, okay, quick, sorry, yes, quick intro to Python 2 to Python is okay. Then we're gonna enclose this, okay, then space, I don't know, we are going to introduce this space, and we say starts, okay, .txt, then we're gonna enter. So we create that one to see, that's the file name they want to create. Okay, awesome, echo quakes to Python. Okay, start. So let's say ls tell us, let's see what is created. Okay, readme test, correct. Okay, fantastic. So the next thing we want to do now is want to use this the commands cat. Let's give cat. Just still remember that cat. Space, then starts, okay, starts .txt, then we're gonna click on enter and see what's going to happen. Let's see. Okay, cat starts, yes, okay, good. So it creates that folder for us, quick intro to Python. Okay, and so what we're going to, let's check the status. Git give us status now, status. It's funny. Oh my god. Okay, correct. But the status is not tracked. Our text txt is not tracked. Our start txt is not tracked. So let us try to track it. And did you still remember? So yes, do you still remember how to track? Yes. So let's use git add. Git add, I can still remember that. Then starts .txt, something like that. Then we hit enter. Should I do okay? Warning. Is it giving warning? Git add starts. Is there any error? It's like there's error there. Okay, let's take it again. We're seeing something of this file is this, is this, is this. Okay, warning. I think there's error there. TXT. Let's take it again. Git space starts. I think TST is still, the file already exists, and I don't know why it's complaining. The git command is not a git command. Okay, so let me quickly do something. Let me use the play so that this error might go. Okay, git. I don't know what's actually caused the error. Okay, but then let me use else ls. So it's gonna prompt whether okay read me that's aspect. Okay, fine. Then I use cards. Okay, starts .txt, something like that. It's not found. I think there's error somewhere. I want to debug this. There's error somewhere. Sorry, clear. Okay, so let's take it from, you know, the file. What's going on here? What's the problem? What the problem could be? Else, what's the problem? Read means yes. What is tracked? Yes. I'm trying to look at the error, where the error could be. I use this command and it worked for me. See not, see cats. See cats like this. And now it should be cats. CAT. So you can see it in cards. Starts .txt using command. Okay, correct. Thank you. I think there was an error somewhere before. So okay, so it's actually work. So I want to check. Let me check git status. Let me check status again just to be sure of what is going on. Okay, fantastic. Fine. So the file is now committed now. So now what we need to do, let's add. We need to add, yes. Say I think I've already added, but let's still say git. The file is already committed, but then I want to quickly check. Git add is already added. Add starts. Okay, .txt. I'm seeing that there already. But let me check. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so want to check again. So git go on again. Git status. Okay, fine, good. Okay, now let's commit now. So we say want to commit, and why do you want to commit? Finally want to commit the file, want to transfer the file, you know, this code to the GitHub now. Okay, here now we have not been seeing anything. Even you refresh your button here, you not see anything for now. Okay, because you've not committed. Okay, you can see So we want to commit now. So once we commit, we are going to see that folder there, I mean that file there, the text there. So we say git commit, git space commit, okay, git commit, then space m's. We're gonna commit that file name. What's the file name? So we say adding, what's the file name? The start, this one, okay, new file name. So the start, okay, dot txt, okay, then yes, file. We're gonna put 5. We're gonna put 5, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. If it doesn't work, we run it again. You see, double column. So then we say enter. Okay, good. So let's check the status now. Okay, so you can see that the file is already committed. This one have been added, and we have mains, this adding start txt file, one file change, and these are the files. So created new blah 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 blah. So okay, so now let's check this status now. So git status, and okay, so good. All right, so we have the git status on branch mail, and your branch is ahead of origin/mail by 1 commit. So it has been committed. So give push to publish your local commit. So want to push now, okay? Want to give the push now. So and when we give the push, so okay, nothing have been committed here now, okay, but once nothing have been committed, 1, and 2, the working trees is still clean. So let's ask git now to commit it, okay, to publish it. So say git push, okay, okay, I think I'm still on track, push, then origin, if you're using Mac, you see origin/master or whatever. So me, I'm using origin mail, okay, origin space, then main, this main here, your own, whatever this one bring out is what you say. So you click on enter. So it's gonna ask you the password. It's loading. So good. So it asks you your password and your username, your username and your email address. So let's check. This done. It's supposed to prompt password. I think it's because I've logged in once, so it's not acting again. Let's go and refresh to see what is going on here. Wow, so you have the file here. As you can see, you have the start.txt here, and that is your stuff. So you're adding your file up here. You get it now. So all right, you can still play this video, you can pause it and check over and over. So let me stop here, guys. I think in the next class I just try to go through the notes and try to come up with this, because I know we are still going to do something like this. Thank you so much and have a wonderful time. Bye.